let me talk about the module number 4. So that is talks about the IoT data analytics and security on that. In the overview, I will be going to discuss about an introduction to data analytics for IoT, machine learning, big data analytics tools and technologies, streaming and streaming analytics and network analytics. So let us start with the things that is big data analytics, that is introduction to the data analytics, where we will be going to have first of all that the concept of data we have to understand here. So data is nothing but a generalized data it is going to be. So anything that you say that it's going to be called as a data. So now how this data is categorized. So there is a structured data and unstructured data, two ways that is categorized. Now according to this structured and unstructured data, what do you mean by structured data then? So whenever the data is going to be directly, it is going to be taken and stored in a particular databases, that is called as a structured database. For example, here there is a spreadsheet is there, you can see it here now, and it is a row and column wise that it is going to be present, and you can fetch the data as per the notations. So we can say the examples for that is a spreadsheet as well as databases. When it is going to be considered for the unstructured data, so that is very difficult task to store also as well as retrieve also. So we can see that diagram how that it is differs from the structured to unstructured data. Here we can say that what are the things that you can store it in that. There is a text messages that you can store, images you can store, videos you can store, speeches you can store, all these things that you can store it in that, and basically because of that retrieving the data is a difficult task. Okay. There is another concept called as motion and rest. These are the two aspects of that IoT perspective that it is going to be. IoT's data is going to be, it captures the data and it stores. So because of that only, here the images are going to be there, videos are going to be there, speeches are going to be there, that those things are going to be stored in the IoT. As the IoT receives that information from the sensors, that it is going to get stored over there. And another set of data we can call it as a motion and or at rest. The data at motion and data at rest. Data at motion is nothing but whenever there is a concept called as example we can take it as a car is moving over there. So it is a moving car, so it is in the motion. So it is going to capture the information which is going to be seen ahead to that particular on the road. So that motion pictures that it is going to be captures and it stores out. So it is nothing but unstructured data it is going to be. And another thing is that the data is going to be taken and later it is going to be analyzed. So that is data at rest, where you will be going to store that one, either in the form of a database you want to store, or it is in the form of cloud you will be going to store. Somewhere it has to be stored. Then later that it is going to be get analyzed and executed. So there are two types basically, and structured and unstructured. Another is motion or at the rest. Okay. Now how the data is analyzed here. The IoT data analytics, where the information is going to be stored, the different perspective over here. So there are three layers are going to be given here in this. You can see it is a descriptive is there, diagnostic is there, predictive is there, perspective is there. What is the meaning? These are all the analysis it is going to be basically. And another layer that it is a big data technologies are going to be there here to collect the data, integrate it, process it, aggregate it, then visualize it. All these things comes under one particular layer that is called as big data technologies. Then what is data then? There are so many data are going to be there here. This is the last layer which it is going to be displayed here. That is raw and processed network operations data it is going to be. Then events and alarms are there. Then media and internet is there. Geolocations are there, geotaggings, geolocations. Then machine and sensors are going to be there. CRM and ERP data is going to be there. Usage is there. Video data is there. Social media data is there. Email and messaging data is going to be there. Then we have the relationships and the social influences. There are so many data and a number of data are going to be present here. So how these data are going to be get collected and analyzed later? That is the challenge here. So data is going to be in the random order that it is going to be present here. You can have the structured, unstructured, semi-structured. Unstructured is totally it is like a speech, and recognition of that is very difficult task, and images, if it is going to be taken moving, so it is going to be blurred sometimes that it cannot be identified properly. And storage is another thing, another part it is going to be, because it is going to take a lot of memory in this. Then another concept is structured data. You can have the databases already. There is so many databases are there, like SQL, MySQL is there. Then we have spreadsheets, Google Sheets are there. So many things it is going to present, and directly you can take that particular data. But what about this semi-structured data? For example, for this is semi-structured data is your email data. It is going to be. Why means here in this data is already, some of the data is going to be already set. So that is to whom that it should be addressed, the email, to whom it should be addressed, what is the subject and the body of the email. Then finally you will be going to have some notations and all these things to decorate that particular body of the data. So now in this you can observe that which is structured and which is unstructured, or you can say semi-structured. The unstructured data is the body of the email data, it is going to be, where the text is going to be written in that. Then in the case of those things, that is to and the message, where we will be going to say the subject. So these two are, we can call it as a CC, there is a carbon copies, there are so many things are going to be. These are directly specified, that is. It's a table is, you can store it directly. But the same thing, it is not possible for the text data, it is going to be, okay. So hence it is called as a semi-structured data. So analyzing all these things also, it is a great thing it is going to be. Now let us come to that analytics part, where it is a descriptive one is there. In the case of descriptive, the data is going to be get collected. Only the collection is going to be done, and it is going to get stored. So what is happening at present, that scenario is going to get captures and is going to get stored. Nothing is going to be done apart from that. In case of the diagnostics, here, why did it is happen? So it is going to be checked. Here I am going to take one of the example where a car is moving for some distances, okay, with a fast. So at the time it is going to have some, there is a temperature reading is going to be shown over there. How much temperature that it is moving? Data is means the speed is, you can say that it is getting heated, that particular vehicle, to know that temperature that it is being shown. So this is already, it is being taken in the descriptive one. Data only it is going to take. Now here in this case,